Welcome back. Good afternoon, everyone, and again, happy Friday. Hope you've had a productive week and are having a calm and productive Friday. This is part 2 of my Plato's cave allegory explanation. And this is where I get more subjective than objective. Look at the media, and you'll see what I'm thinking here. As always, before we begin, please remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you are part of the giveaway. 500, 1,000, and 1,500 subscribers, and so you know about all new content as it posts. That said, let's go on and dive in. As I explained earlier today, the cave in Plato's allegory of the cave is a method of control. It is basically the masses being shown a version of the truth that has been manipulated, and they have no way to know. One need only look at CNN, MSNBC, ABC News, CBS News, NBC News, NPR, PBS, even Fox. Every news organization out there, at least when they are not an opinion show, does this. I know that the opinion shows out there do it too, but they're at least honest about it. They will tell you, this is how I feel this is unfolding. This is my opinion. But when you watch Acosta, Cooper, Griselisa, Cuomo, any of them that are purported to be news shows, okay, none of those people will admit that they are opinion hosts, giving their own version. They present it as the news. And they never show you their source material. They never show you the demographics or methodology of their poll. I saw one earlier today that supposedly a poll of Democrats and Republicans had Biden winning 52 to 48%. Now, one, I've never been polled by any member of the media. I am a college-educated professional in the state of Texas in a pretty populated area. You would think they would want to include that demographic, as well as agricultural, retail, medical, food service, everything. A good pollster will ensure that they move from one location to another to widen the demographic sample. I don't want all one area, because you're going to be overwhelmed with one age group. You're going to be overwhelmed with one industry. Think about it. If you only stood at the Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco, you would be overwhelmed with tourists. It's no longer a fishing spot, I know. It is a tourist spot. It is retail. You might get some of the workers, but probably no more than 10% of your sample will be actual San Franciscans who are there working. 90% will be people there on vacation, there to see Alcatraz, there to see the sea lions, there to eat and shop. Not what you want. You want a wide demographic sample. You want your methodology to be very clear. Ask a simple question. Don't phrase it as, will you be voting to remove President Trump so that President Biden will be able to save the country? That leads people who are undecided to say, well, sure. You don't say, will you be voting to defeat Sleepy Joe so that President Trump can make America great? That leads people who are undecided to say, well, sure. You simply show two names, Trump and Biden, and you ask, who would you vote for if this was the election in November? That removes all bias. That removes all twisting. That removes the puppeteers twisting and manipulating the message. That allows people to turn their heads and listen to the actual message. But it also prevents the media from controlling what people think. You see, this is something they're unable to give up. They're unwilling to admit they thrive on controlling any and every ounce of information that you get that they can. The entire Russia hoax, they never once admitted that no evidence has been brought forward. Schiff repeatedly said, there's evidence in plain sight. Please tell us what this evidence is, Congressman. It's in plain sight. Okay, I don't see it. No one here sees it. Point to it. It's in plain sight. That makes the argument that you're too stupid to see it, so just believe me. The media harping on it, the media repeating it, repeats that message. If you don't see the evidence he's saying is there, you're too stupid to have an opinion on this, so you have to obey us. When the Stormy Daniels thing, it was the same thing. With Gorsuch and Kavanaugh, it was the same thing. Remember, with Judge Kavanaugh, Dr. Blasey Ford was not asked any actual questions pertinent to the case while under the lie detector. She was simply asked, do you believe that your allegations are true? No one's going to say no to that. Of course, Milano and everyone else, believe women, believe women. And they ignored people like Linda Tripp and Juanita Broaddrick and Monica Lewinsky. Oh, believe women? Well, I was raped by Bill Clinton. Juanita Broaddrick was ignored. It's believe women as long as the woman is aiding a liberal cause. If the woman is not aiding a liberal cause, or God forbid, opposes the liberal cause, you are to just shun her and ignore her. Notice that when Amber Heard accused Johnny Depp of abuse, believe women, believe women. When the video or when the audio came out where she admitted she assaulted him, the story died. As soon as the liberals are not able to say, don't look at the man behind the curtain, and their story falls apart, okay, it's irrelevant. Let's just move on. That is the cornerstone of every liberal argument. The moment you turn your head away from the wall, the moment you see them on that plinth performing their puppet show in front of the fire, and the moment you realize it is all fake, they demand you turn back to the wall, ignore what you've seen, and continue obeying. Plato would be screaming at the world, turn your head. And the sad state of reality is that millions upon millions upon millions of people would be saying, no, I see it in front of me. I don't need to turn my head. We have people trapped, and they're unwilling to even try to escape. Thankfully, the last a little over 3 years, has caused the liberal media and the Democrats and all of their allies to stop hiding their contempt of the American people, their lies, their control of how the story is told, so that you end up hearing what they want and nothing else. They're far more open about it, and people are turning away from them in droves. The walk-away movement, the Brexit movement. These are just two examples of people who have turned their head away from the wall, seen the puppeteers in the fire, and escaped into the sunlight. That doesn't mean that they're going to vote 100% Republican. It means that they're going to be far more discerning in who they vote for. If John F. Kennedy's reincarnation showed up, saying, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country, advocating a smaller government, and while some very liberal policies, not near what we're seeing from today's Democrats, I can tell you a lot of people would vote for him. Honestly, they would. And he would still be Democrat. He would still have a D beside his name. But they don't see those candidates because the Democrats don't allow those candidates onto the ticket. They rant and rail about racism and sexism, but then they demand you not vote for a black man or a black woman or a woman who is Republican because they don't represent that demographic. They are traitors to their own people. Very telling, isn't it, that the puppeteer says anyone who does not follow me is a traitor to their own people. Anyone who turns their head and watches as I twist my message to make you follow me is a traitor. It's definitely very telling. I've talked about it long enough. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, remember, be civil. We can dissent, disagree, and debate civilly. as well. Please remember to like and share the video so we expand the conversation, and remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you are among the first to know of all new content as it posts. You're also going to be involved in the giveaway at 500, 1,000, and 1,500 subscribers, which will be for 1, 2, and 3 books respectively. Until next time, stay smart, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home if you can, be careful if you can't. And everyone have a wonderful day.